So yeah, my name is Bruce Pittman. I work at the space portal at NASA-Ames. We are a group of civil servants and contractors that are trying to help the emerging commercial space industry to find ways for government and industry to work together better and in a more collaborative fashion, and hopefully a win-win for both sides. Although I work at NASA as a contractor, these are my opinions, so I'm not speaking for the government, and this is not official government policy. But yeah, we have a really excellent group of people. Our leader is Dr. Dan Rasky, who's a senior technologist at NASA-Ames. He was actually the inventor of the heat shield that the SpaceX used on the Dragon capsule. So, and also was used on the Stardust mission to return samples from comets. And Lynn Harper is one of my colleagues, and she's one of the founders of astrobiology. So we have quite an eclectic group here. But everybody is very committed to this idea that the old NASA National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics, which helped the aerospace industry, the airline industry, and the aviation industry in the last century, could be very useful if we could reestablish that model of public-private collaboration for the emerging commercial space industry in the 21st century. Would be a really good thing. So that's one of the things we've been looking at, and there are some really success stories out there. The COTS program, for instance, is one of those where it's a very different kind of business model using a Space Act agreement for government and industry to work together, where both parties are bringing resources to the table. It's not just a straight government contract. I give you money, you do what I tell you, kind of a thing. But both sides are a true partnership, and this has been a challenge for NASA to learn new ways of doing things. And I have to really compliment the folks at the Johnson Space Center. Alan Lindenmoyer and his team have done a really great job of latching onto this new way of doing things, and as the spectacular results that we saw in December of last year with a successful flight of the Falcon 9 and the Dragon. So we've also been working on the International Space Station and the utilization of that incredible device, and now we're heavily involved in looking at leveraging off the investment that's being made in the Google Lunar X Prize and trying to figure out how to go back to the moon in a new and better way, with this idea we've been working on with the state of Hawaii called the International Lunar Research Park. So a wide variety. Like what we like to say is we do everything from suborbital to beyond the moon. So anything that has to do with commercial space, we're there. COTS is the Commercial Orbital Transportation Services agreements that we have with both SpaceX and with Orbital Sciences to demonstrate the capability to deliver payload to the International Space Station. So NASA put in a total of $500 million split between the two companies, but it was based on milestones, so that you didn't get the money for the effort you did. You only got the money when you completed the agreed upon milestones and the dollar value that was attached to that milestone. So it was a different approach, but this program started in like 2005, and so 2006. So it's been, and we've had the successful flight. Hopefully, we will see the Dragon capsule dock with the space station later this year. If you believe Gwen and Elon, they have great. And then the Orbital Sciences with the Taurus 2 vehicle, it should be flying next year. So hopefully by the end of next year, we'll have at least two American vendors that are capable of taking cargo to the ISS after the shuttle retires in June or whenever that happens. And then with this new program called another acronym, CCDEV, Commercial Crew Development. The Commercial Crew Program is designed to then not only take cargo, but then the next step is to take crew to the International Space Station and back. And so that program should be, they're CCDev 1 was last year was 50 million, spread among 5 companies. They're doing CCDev 2 now, which would be up to $270 million, and there we expect the announcement on those companies' awards to be sometime, hopefully this month.